everyone, my name is Lorena. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you classic Easter items that you can add into your baby's basket from ages 6 months all the way to 4 years. These are things that are actually practical and more Montessori aligned, which I like. These are items that work again and again. These are items that are simple, that are inexpensive, that are practical. That is really my motto. I don't like to be wasteful. It's really something small to spark some joy, to keep up tradition, and especially that the tradition is very important for me, more than having lots of candies and lots of toys. And I wanted to share with you, now that we're approaching our 4th Easter with Juliet, I'm digging back to these ideas again and trying to create the perfect basket for Juliet and now Penelope, which is going to be her 2nd year. And so I hope you find these items also useful. Let's get started. So first off, the Easter basket. I started creating Juliet's first basket when she was 5 to 6 months old, and I knew from that time that I didn't want to be wasteful, and I wanted to get one good Easter basket that I would use again and again. It'd be something of a good memory, a good souvenir for her to have, and that was exactly what I did. I did go ahead and splurge for the basket. I got it at Pottery Barn Kids. Although they do have a lot of sales, especially getting closer to Easter. And then I store it every year back in a bag like this. As you can see, it has the Easter sticker on it. And I'm just pulling it away from my garage just this morning. This is what it looks like. It's a beautiful basket, and then it has this cover, a nice cover. And like I said, this is going to be Juliet's Easter basket for the next years, and so I just bought one, and this is it. For Penelope, unfortunately, I thought Pottery Barn Kids was opened last year with COVID, and it wasn't, and so her basket wasn't going to come in time, so I ended up not getting it. I think it was also sold out. Everything's being sold out so early this time around, so if you are going to get something shipped to you, remember to order early. And Penelope's is actually on the way this time around. And so this is a basket, and then I also got one good batch of these Easter eggs. I got these at Whole Foods. They're equal eggs. They're made from 100% recycled content. And I just grabbed one good set of Easter eggs. I use these for Juliet's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Easter, and then at the end I just put it back in here, and now we're ready to go for next year. And I plan to keep this until we lose them all. I already know that we lost one last year because I just saw in here there was a loose one, which I'm keeping in case we do lose another one, then we have a match here. I also have the sign, and you'll see in my pictures I've used this sign again and again. This says Happy Easter. They're little, and for me the purpose of Easter, you know, it's to go to church, to spend family time, spend some time doing barbecue, to do some Easter egg hunting. And for me, I love to do something special for breakfast and things like that. So all things leading up to Easter, doing some arts and craft, all of that, I'm all about that. And then for the actual baskets, you know, keeping it simple. And I know I said this is about the items that go into the basket, but I just wanted to cover this really quickly because I think it's important. You know, as first-time moms, sometimes we just get the first thing that we see. We don't actually have a lot of time to plan out because of work, because of things, but this has worked out for me, and I think this is a really good way to go about it. And so if you want to do the same, this is what I've done. But now let me get started of what I actually did for Juliet's first Easter basket. But Juliet, on her first Easter, she was 5 to 6 months. She hadn't had Sophie the giraffe at that time. I really didn't know about Sophie the giraffe until afterwards, and then I thought that was something really cute, especially at that time she was teething a lot. And so this was a good occasion to give her Sophie the giraffe, and so I got it for her then. I got her bubbles because babies love bubbles. Babies love bubbles. 2-year-olds love bubbles. 3-year-olds love bubbles. All kids love bubbles. At this time, for 6 months, Juliet was also getting really good with her hands and starting to use them to stack things up. And so I got her this wooden toy, especially because it was shaped like a bunny. I thought it was something that she can use, start to play with it, you know, maybe just the pieces alone, maybe something that she could chew, because it was something that was safe and it was wood. Non-toxic, that she can just use to play around with individual parts and then eventually start putting them together. Easter, the first Easter, especially when they're younger than 1, it's more for the parents, and so I got her nail polish, and Daddy and I both color her nails, and it was such a fun activity. But so they have non-toxic nail polish. I'm gonna link the items of all these things that I'm mentioning right now from the teether. The bubbles that I initially got them were like no spill liquid for the bubbles. If they're maybe in the 4 or 5 range, I don't think it's necessary. But as first time babies, they like to hold things, and you know, they don't have really good coordination. So yes, I'll link those below, the ones that we ended up using. And so that was it. We kept it very simple. It was the teether, the bubbles, the bunny wooden stacker, and the nail polish. Some other items that I did want to mention for this age, that if I could suggest a couple other things, I would say if they already have a teether, maybe they don't have a lovey, that maybe this is a good opportunity to introduce a lovey and have some special lovey for them, especially if you're in that age where you're teaching them to sleep it on their own to soothe themselves. Maybe you want them to have that lovey. This is a good chance to include one. Also, spring is here and summer, you know, is around the corner. If you've been eyeing to buy a hat or been thinking about buying a hat, this is a good time to just see the one you want, put it into the basket, and it's just something special, right? It's a good occasion to give them something useful for the rest of the summer and the rest of the year. Then also, if they're a little bit older, not closer to that 1-year mark, so Juliet was 1.5 when I did her 2nd year basket. At this age, I was trying to get her to introduce to coloring books. Before that, I would say at the 1-year mark, what was really important was to have these markers that were kind of like dots. They would just kind of wrap them like this, and they would color like almost like a stamp. Bought them for Juliet when she turned 1, and she had a ton of fun with this. These were her first markers, so she could really learn to color with these. And so by 1.5, I got her this coloring book, this Eastern coloring book for her Easter basket. And as you can see, they're very simple shapes for them to start with. As you can see, this is actually colored with those markers that I'm talking about. I'll link everything below, especially these. I would highly recommend as the first coloring markers. We actually didn't get them for penny. We had a full set, and then we used them all out, and we're actually currently using these silky crayons that we have right here. These are perfect too, especially for ages 2 and 3, these silky ones, because they're so easy to color with, versus those classic standard crayon that are really hard. You really have to press hard to get some color. These are like just, you know, with a little bit of pressure, you get such good coloring. So we got these for Juliet after those stamps, and we're currently still using these. Penny is using these, but for this Easter, I'm actually going to go ahead and buy her those other markers that we got Juliet back then. So you can see Juliet did this with those markers. You can see a little bit of the trace of the dot of how it works. They were very easy and very simple to use. I actually gave this to Juliet for 2nd Easter and then put it away, and then now I just took it back out so she can start coloring with it again since it's Easter season. See, this is some of the coloring with those dots markers. I love them. I highly recommend them, like I said, and we're getting these for Penny this time around for Easter. It'd be a nice gift. And so if they're closer to that 1.5 year, 2 year mark, I would recommend getting a coloring book. If not one of this that is, you know, Easter specific, you know, one of these like jumbo drawing coloring books where the images are really large and really simple for them to color, to get started with. If they're only 1, the markers should be more than enough, and you know, just white sheet of paper, and that's all they need. They don't need an actual coloring book. But if they are at the 2 year mark, I would recommend more of a coloring book for them. That would be something nice. So at that 1.5 year mark, we got her this nature clings. This is a good activity, so you know, they open up their basket and they're eager to see what's on there. And every spring I like to decorate a few things around the house, and I thought that something fun would be for her to decorate the windows going to the outside door. So we got her these nature clings. That was something nice that she used. Also something similar are stickers. We got her these dot stickers that are different colors. They were like red, blue, yellow, and green. I believe it was a huge pack that we still have a ton of them. And we actually, if you come to our house, you see trace of them everywhere, from their plain kitchen to our laptop to like shelves. They're just everywhere. But they've had a lot of fun using these stickers. They're also like really good to do some different activities where they can like cluster the same color, or they can follow, you know, a tracing by doing these stickers, putting the stickers. So you can use them for many different things. And at the age of 1.5, all they want to do is to learn how to peel and put it on different things. So you shouldn't even be worried about getting some fancy stickers. These are more than enough, and like I said, you can use them for different activities afterwards because they come in different colors. We still have a ton of them and we're still using them, but this is a good idea. Get them stickers, get them these nature clings, get them the markers, get them the coloring books, or just get them books in general. For Penny, or for Juliet, we had given her this baby bunny book. Then I put it away and then I re-gifted it again to Penny for her first Easter basket, and it was the cutest thing. Juliet didn't remember she had this book and how much she enjoyed it. And then when I took it out for Penny and read it to Penny, and she enjoyed it a lot too, it made me so happy to see that this book was getting so much love 2 times around. And I plan to keep it, and I plan to use them for all of my babies, and then just have this one book as a souvenir, right? This is the one book for all my babies' first Easter bunny stories, their first introduction to bunnies. So yeah, this is also a good occasion to get them books about nature, books about dinosaurs, books about the planet. I think this is a good time that we can put some books into our basket. This is, again, it works when they're 6 months. It works until they're 4 or 5 years. You can always include books. You can always include coloring books, right? Now that Juliet was 2.5 last year, we also included these plastic knives. At this age, she was very eager to help around the house, and after that she's been helping us in the morning to cut some strawberries, cut some fruit up. This has been really practical, something that she was going to use, something that she had been looking forward to doing, which was to help in the kitchen. And so this was really fun to include. These are super safe for children, and it's really Montessori aligned when you want to allow your child to do practical things along with you. And so this is something that I gifted Juliet last year when she was 2.5. I also went ahead and got her these scissors. I think I was a little bit early. Like I said, she was 2.5, and she has been using them more now that she is 3. So I got her these that came in a pack of 3, and they also came in a box that had a few drawings that you can cut up, very simple shapes, you know, like a square, flower, whatever it was, for them to practice cutting. I thought that was super cute, and I would highly recommend this if your kid is between that age 3.5. These are perfect now for them to start practicing cutting. And again, this is not going to cut their hair. This is not going to cut other things in the house. It's really just going to cut paper, and it's really safe for them. My 1-year-old starts to play with these now because she's his older sister, and I feel completely safe that we have these around versus, you know, trying to get them the real thing at this age. But so this was really good for that 2.5, 3-year stage. And then if I can add one more practical thing that works good for summer and spring would be something like this, for them to pour water in the plants. Something like this, something cute, right? This is something that would work for spring and summer. Then you can also go back and include another coloring book, a reading book. The bubbles, sunglasses, I think are a good staple as well. It's something fun for the spring and for the summer coming up. I remember last year Julia was very into shoes, very into her little princess shoes, and really into rain boots. And now Penelope is also super obsessed with her rain boots and having lots of fun, and just thought a good transition into spring and summer were sandals. And so I got her some basic cute sandals that would be useful for the whole summer. I would also recommend the summer sandals from the Gap. They have the jelly ones if you have a girl like me who is very girly. I know that they have them on sale now. I'm gonna go grab some myself. Other practical things that you know that they're gonna use for the summer coming up. For example, Juliet is gonna go to summer camp, and I don't have anything for her, you know, like those lunch boxes for her snack. I don't have one yet, and I think I'm gonna use this occasion to give her something nice and something special for that occasion. But like I said, this is a great opportunity for us if we've been eyeing something that we wanted to give them, and it's this is a good opportunity to include it there and make it something special, keeping a tradition that fits within this basket, and that's it, you know, not something extravagant. And then they get used to that, you know, like in Christmas, you know, having the biggest box or the flashy thing. I mean, I'm not saying that it's wrong or anything like that, but sometimes we put the bar up here and then it's hard to keep going up the bar, you know. And I feel like for us, at least, I try to keep the bar down here and slowly climb that bar up. So in my case, I try to stay away from the candy. I even remember, just to share this, for the Easter egg hunt, when Juliet was of course for 6 months we didn't do one. We just laid like maybe 4 out just to take a picture with her. But when she was actually 1.5 years, we put almonds because she was so obsessed with eating almonds, and she just loved them. She would just, you know, at that time she knew how to speak pretty good, and she would say she wanted almonds and she would go and grab them. And so I remember that for that year we put some almonds in some of the eggs, and when she first opened the egg, she was so excited to find the almonds in the egg. I thought that was super cute. You know, only when you're 1.5 and you're that innocent and you find the joy in the simplest things can that happen. We did put something else. I can't remember what was the second thing I put. I don't remember, but I do remember that we included like 80% almonds into these eggs. This time around we have Penny and Juliet, so I'm not really sure what we're gonna put inside of these eggs yet. I'll keep you posted. I will do a part 2 of this video. I am collecting all of my things for Juliet and Penelope, and so I'll basically create my basket for this year with you guys. These are just, I wanted to put this video out for you guys just to get you guys going and get you some ideas, you know, just to have all that propaganda every year again and again. You walk into Target and they have so much stuff every year, new baskets, new eggs, new this, new that. I wanted to show a little bit more of, like, you know, you don't need much. The simple things are more than enough, and simple things make them truly happy. And so I hope you guys had fun watching this video, and like I said, next time I'll put together my Easter baskets for this year with you guys. If you guys can give this video a thumbs up, and if you guys can subscribe to the channel, that would really help my channel grow. It will help this video to be recommended to a larger audience. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.